Welcome seekers of the truth to the Magical Services channel. So this is going to be a most supreme horoscope for the general collective with accents on love and career for the day of April 27th, 2026. But before I do, let me take the opportunity to let you know about the services of Magical Services. So, for instance, this is going to be a collective reading, but for a very especially, absolutely specialized reading for you, like your own fingerprint. Personal charts are the way to go. And so I offer personal charts of all kinds, useful for all aspects of life. Natal charts can be done to see why you are the way you are and to understand the placements in your chart. Synastry charts can be done to see the energy between you and someone else, see how you impact one another, if you're compatible or not, and or just how to be more tactical and strategic in your approach to that relationship as you make it endure, for instance. And composite readings could be done to see the actual energy of a relationship created between you and someone else as if you were an entity of its own, once again, so you can be more tactical and strategic in your approach to that relationship. And or suppose you had a very special date, one that you set or that's one that someone else set, or a very special appointment, one that you set or that someone else set, or a very special event in past, present, and in the future, and you wanted to understand how the astral bodies would align for you personally in regards to that event. The chart could be done for that, so you could once again be more strategic and tactical in your approach to that event as to get the most out of it. Understand, is it when's the best time to set the event if you're setting it? Is it a good time to attend the event even? And tactical and strategic questions of the like. Or having been initiated into magic since the age of 10 in West Africa, I do have more than 3 decades of magical practice behind me, so I have various spells in regards to various aspects of life, if not all aspects of life. So if you feel like your life could use a little magical boost in a certain area, be that, for instance, career in your career field, you're looking for clients, or you want to start applying for work, but it's hard getting work, and you want to get good results on your job hunt, or you want a better placement in your work, a higher placement in your work, a higher position or a better position in your work. No, I'm just naming examples. But any kind of magical, like I said, any kind of magical area where you feel like you could use a little magical boost in your life, then please do contact me, and we will make that happen as soon as possible. So if you feel like any of my services sound like things that could be useful to you, please do contact me. My email is in the about section below, or you can friend me on my Facebook channel, which has the same name as this one, Magical Services. And then we can share direct messages if that is more your style. Now, with all that said, let us get into your horoscope. So, for April 27th, 2026, the energetic field across the cycle consolidates into a highly structured, momentum driven progression where forward movement is not only encouraged but becomes inevitable through accumulated pressure and internal alignment. The dominant concentration of planetary force in Aries establishes an unmistakable tone, initiation, assertion, and decisive forward thrust. This is not passive energy, it is catalytic, insistent, and uncompromising in its demand for action. Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune collectively occupying this domain generate a layered dynamic where thought, action, discipline, and vision are all synchronized toward a singular directive movement with purpose. There is no tolerance here for hesitation rooted in uncertainty. Instead, there is a requirement to act even while clarity continues to refine itself in real time. Simultaneously, the sun's steady progression through Taurus stabilizes the field, introducing a grounding counterbalance to the volatility of Aries. This interplay creates a dual axis dynamic, rapid initiation paired with sustained consolidation. The implication is clear. What begins impulsively must be anchored deliberately. There is an underlying insistence on materialization, on converting abstract drive into tangible outcomes. This is where the distinction becomes motion and productivity becomes critical. Movement alone is insufficient. Results must follow. The Taurus influence enforces this with precision, demanding that every action contribute to something enduring, something measurable, something real. The moon's transit through Virgo, intensifying from mid to late degrees, injects a layer of analytical refinement into the broader energetic structure. Emotional processing becomes methodical, almost surgical. There is an acute awareness of inefficiencies, misalignments, or overlooked variables. This is not a comfortable emotional field, it is exacting. It exposes flaws not to destabilize but to optimize. As illumination increases steadily through the waxing gibbous phase, there is a growing pressure toward completion, toward readiness, toward final adjustments before a larger culmination point. This is the phase where refinement becomes non negotiable. Anything imprecise will surface, and anything unresolved will demand resolution. And Venus and Uranus in Gemini introduce a contrasting frequency, fluid, adaptive, and mentally agile. This pairing disrupts stagnation in relational and creative dynamics. There is an unpredictability here that manifests as sudden insights, unconventional attractions, and rapid shifts in preference or direction. Communication becomes a primary vehicle of transformation. Exchanges are not superficial, they carry the potential to redirect trajectories entirely. The Gemini influence accelerates information flow, but more importantly, diversifies perspective. Rigidity becomes a liability under this configuration. Flexibility, curiosity, and responsiveness become strategic advantages. Jupiter's placement in Cancer operates as a subtle but significant expansion vector, amplifying themes of emotional security, protection, and foundational stability. Growth here is not aggressive, it is organic, rooted in nurturing what sustains. This introduces a protective layer within the broader intensity of the cycle. While Aries drives forward and Taurus consolidates, Cancer ensures that expansion does not come at the expense of emotional coherence. There is a recalibration of what growth actually means, shifting from external accumulation to internal reinforcement. Strength is redefined as stability, not just scale. Pluto's position in Aquarius continues to exert a deep systemic influence, restructuring underlying frameworks in ways that are not immediately visible but profoundly consequential. This is transformation at the structural level. Networks, ideologies, and collective dynamics are being reconfigured. The individual experience of this manifests as a subtle but persistent pressure to detach from outdated systems of thought and engagement. There is a demand for evolution that cannot be negotiated with superficial adjustments. The shift required is foundational. Across the full temporal span of this cycle, there is a clear progression from initiation to refinement to stabilization. The early phase is dominated by activation, ideas emerge, impulses surface, and the drive to act becomes unavoidable. As the cycle advances, the Virgo moon introduces scrutiny, forcing a confrontation with the practical realities of those initial actions. By the latter phase, the Taurus sun reasserts dominance, ensuring that only what is valuable, sustainable, and materially grounded persists. Love dynamics within this framework are anything but static. Venus in Gemini destabilizes traditional expectations, favoring intellectual stimulation, variability, and communicative depth over predictability. Connections are tested not by emotional intensity alone, but by adaptability and mental engagement. There is a strong likelihood of shifts, sudden realizations about compatibility, unexpected attractions, or redefinitions of relational terms. Stability in love under these conditions is not derived from consistency, but from the ability to evolve in sync. Career and material trajectories are heavily influenced by the Aries Taurus interplay. There's a push to initiate new directions, take decisive action, and assert authority. However, success is contingent on the ability to anchor these actions within a structured, sustainable framework. Impulsive moves without strategic grounding will not hold. Conversely, over-analysis without action will result in stagnation. The optimal path lies in calibrated execution, decisive yet measured, bold yet controlled. The overarching directive of this cycle is precision in motion, not movement for its own sake, but movement aligned with clear intent and grounded in tangible reality. Every component of the energetic structure reinforces this. Aries initiates, Virgo refines, Taurus stabilizes, Gemini adapts, Cancer protects, and Aquarius transforms. The system is integrated, and its message is unequivocal. advance, but do so with exactness. So that is what I have for you today, collective. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like this video or comment or share or subscribe to our channel so you get first dibs on future uploads. And of course, that would help me grow the Supreme channel of ours in case you wanted to help me do that. It would be nice. Um, and check out the offer in the box, it could be useful. And also, check out my other videos. I always keep fresh stuff on here made with supreme standards for y'all. All sign readings, sign specific readings, longs and shorts, divination readings, and astrology horoscopes, and whatever else you want to see. So please do let me know about it. Until then, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. And until the next time, blessings.